important to living things because much of solid portions of life forms are made up of great amount of carbon. Living things breathe out carbon dioxide. Breathe in and breathe out. We breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. Properties of carbon. Here, because of its unique ability to combine in many ways with itself and other elements, carbon has a central role in the chemistry of living organisms. Now we'll see carbon atoms and bonding. Here, carbon atoms can form single, double or triple bonds with other carbon atoms. Carbon can form up to 4 bonds. This allows carbon atoms to form long chains almost unlimited in length. Carbon can bond with other carbons, form straight chains, branch chains and rings. Now we will see the chemistry of carbon. Let us see the chemistry of carbon. Here, organic must contain at least one carbon. Here, CH4 is simplest organic molecule. Then, carbon has 4 valence electrons. Here carbon has 4 valence electrons. Therefore, carbon will always make 4 bonds with other atoms. And next, it is the ability to form millions of different compounds with other elements. Now we will see forms of pure carbon. Diamond, graphite, fullerenes and nanotubes are 4 forms of the carbon element. Now let us see diamond. These are crystalline form of carbon in which each carbon atom is bonded strongly to 4 other carbon atoms. They are formed from high temperature and pressure. Melting point is more than 3500 degrees Celsius. It can be made artificially and are used in industry as cutting tools. Then what are the forms of pure carbon? First one is graphite. Each carbon atom is bonded tightly to 3 other carbon atoms in flat layers. Here, bonds are very weak. Lead in pencils is mostly graphite. Whatever the pencils we are using in our daily life, these pencils are made up of graphite. Also, it is used as a lubricant in machines. Then, some other forms of pure carbon. Fullerenes. It consists of carbon atoms arranged in the shape of hollow sphere. They are called as buckyballs after an architect. Then what is nanotube? Carbon atoms are arranged in the shape of a long hollow cylinder. Tiny, light, flexible and extremely strong. Good conductors of heat and electricity. Then we will see organic compounds. Here, organic compounds are the compounds which contain carbon. Many organic compounds have similar properties in terms of melting and boiling points. odor, electrical conductivity, and solubility. Many are gases at room temperature. Many have a strong odor. Many do not dissolve in water. Now let us see what are hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are the compounds that contain only the element carbon and hydrogen. Hydrocarbons mix poorly with water. All hydrocarbons are flammable, like methane, ethane, propane, etc. Let us see structure of hydrocarbons. First of all, we will see saturated hydrocarbons. These saturated hydrocarbons have only single bonds and have maximum number of hydrogen atom attached, while unsaturated hydrocarbons has double or triple bonds and have fewer hydrogen than saturated hydrocarbons. Then substituted hydrocarbons are the atoms of other elements replace one or more hydrogen atom in a hydrocarbon. They include halogen containing compounds, alcohols, and organic compounds. Then, what is alcohol? It is a substituted hydrocarbon that contains one or more hydroxyl groups. What is hydroxyl group? It is denoted by OH. Here, alcohols dissolve well in water. They have higher boiling points than other hydrocarbons with similar number of carbon. And what is organic acid? It is a substituted hydrocarbon that contains one or more carboxyl groups. Example can be given of citric acid, acetic acid, malic acid, and butter, etc. Here, carboxyl group is denoted by COOH. Then let us see ester. It is compound made by chemically combining an alcohol and an organic acid. They have pleasant and fruity smells. They are responsible for smells of pineapple, bananas, and strawberries. Now, what are polymers? Here, polymer is nothing but large molecule made of a chain of many smaller molecules bonded together. Then what are monomer? They are smaller molecules that make polymers. Now we'll see life with carbon or daily life with carbon. There are 4 classes of organic compounds required by all living things called as macromolecules. Then foods provide these organic compounds which cells of living things use, change, and store. These 4 classes are nutrients, that is substances that provide the energy and raw materials the body needs to grow, repair worn parts, and function properly. Now let us see the 4 macromolecules of life. Here, macromolecule, that is polymer, is made by joining many monomers. Now what is polymerization? It is nothing but a chemical reaction which joins monomers to make polymers. The 4 main classes of biological molecules are carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. Here, carbohydrates include sugar, starches, and cellulose. Then lipids include wax, fats, oils, and steroids. Proteins include muscle, hair, hormones, and enzymes. And at last, nucleic acids are DNA and RNA. Then what are carbohydrates? Here, carbohydrate is nothing but an energy-rich organic compound made up of the elements carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. It is made up of elements carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Then what are simple carbohydrate? These are the simplest carbs like sugars. And what are complex carbohydrates? A polymer made of smaller molecules that are simple carbs bonded to one another. Then here you can see the carbohydrates which are monomer or monosaccharides. They contain carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen in a ratio 1:2:1. Most end with OS, OSE, they end with OS. An animal's main energy source. It is animal's main energy source. Each and every animal requires carbohydrates for energy. These carbs are burned first in the body. Then what are the monosaccharides? They include glucose, fructose, and galactose. And disaccharides include sucrose, lactose, and maltose. While polysaccharides, which are nothing but the complex hydrocarbons, include glycogen, starch, cellulose, and chitin. Now let us see what are proteins. These proteins are formed from smaller molecules called as amino acids. Then what is amino acid? Amino acid is a monomer that is a building block of proteins. Here, each amino acid molecule has a carboxyl group COOH and an amino group, that is NH3. The body uses proteins from food to build and repair body parts and to regulate cell activities. Then under proteins we will see what are monomer. Here monomer is nothing but an amino acid. It is essential to the structure and activities of life. These proteins are essential for the structure and our daily activities in the life. They include carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrates. 50% of your dry weight includes proteins. Examples of groups of proteins are enzymes, which include amylase, sucrase, maltase, and lactase. Then structural includes collagen and elastin. Contractile includes actin and myosin. Transport includes hemoglobin, protein channels, and hormones include insulin. Now we'll see amino acids. Here you can see the structure of amino acid in the diagram. Here there is an amino group, that is NH2, and a carboxyl group, that is COOH. Each amino acid has specific properties based on the group. Peptide bonds link amino acids together to form polypeptide, that is protein. Then what are lipids? Lipids are nothing but energy rich compounds which are made up of carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. Lipids includes fats, oils, waxes, and cholesterol. Gram for gram, lipids release twice as much energy in your body as do the carbohydrates. Fatty acids. These are organic compounds, that is a monomer of a fat or oil. And here the cholesterol is nothing but a waxy lipid in the animal cells. We'll see some more things about lipids. Mostly these lipids contain carbon and hydrogen atoms linked by non-polar covalent bonds. They reserve energy storage molecules. They are insoluble in water. They are soluble in non-polar solvents like ether. They create more energy in lipids than in carbs. Examples are triglycerides and phospholipids, steroids, waxes, oils and fats. Then what are triglycerides? These are nothing but having the structure of 3 fatty acids plus 1 glycerol. Then we will see saturated fats. These are having all single bonds in chain and they remain solid at room temperature. Example, butter and lard. And what are unsaturated fats? They are having one or more carbon double bond in chain and they remain as a liquid at room temperature. Example is all the oils which we use in our daily life. Then what are nucleic acids? Here nucleic acids are very large organic molecules made up of carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen and phosphorus. They are having two types, that is DNA and RNA. Elements that make up all living things are carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, phosphorus and sulfur. Then nucleic acids store and transmit genetic information. Here DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid and RNA means ribonucleic acid. Once again let us see what are DNA. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid and RNA means ribonucleic acid. Then large macromolecules containing carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and phosphorus are nothing but the nucleic acids. Here one nucleotide is equal to 5 carbon sugar, phosphate and nitrogenous base. The sugars and phosphates are the backbone for the nucleic acids. Here sugar in DNA is deoxyribose and sugar in RNA is ribose. Now let us see some other compounds in the foods. Vitamins. Organic compounds that serve as helper molecule in a variety of chemical reactions in your body are called as vitamins. Then what are minerals? These are the elements in the form of ions in your body. And water, it makes up most of your body's fluid.